go, yeah, we're live. Live from Norwich today. Just waiting on my lunch. Gonna be watching the new Scream film in a little while. As you can see, weather's pretty miserable. We had a couple of nice days this week, but on the whole it's been pretty crap weather-wise this week. Just double check my Bluetooth's turned off. Oh crap. Double check my headphones. Yeah, that's all turned off. Just double checking, as if not, you won't be able to hear me. Yeah, just waiting on my food at the minute. Making sure I keep my new CD Out of the Rain. Fucking amazing album right here from Cryptic Shift. I stayed up deliberately all night to hear this album. Leeds-based technical death metal band. Fucking love this album. It took them 6 years to come up with this from their debut in 2020, which was one of my favourite albums of that year. Cryptic Shift, tech death band from Leeds, which is where I'll be going live from in a couple of weeks. As some of my followers may know, I'm a Leeds United fan, so we're going to be checking out Elland Road Stadium, and yeah, it should be fucking awesome. Do a couple of live streams from Hull as well, the city where I grew up. That should be wicked. Should be awesome. Might do some coastal videos as well, like along Withering, East Yorkshire. We'll see how much time we get. But yeah, it should be wicked. Back in my old stomping ground of East Yorkshire. But yeah, pretty miserable day here today. I was expecting some nice weather, but oh well. Get what I can take. Yeah, we're going to be checking out a place called Boom Bottle Bar. Apparently there's loads of them down the country. I might check the one out in Leeds as well when we're up there. Boom Bottle Bar. Looks fucking awesome. It's like American food, I think. Oh, it's my dinner. Thank you. Just getting some lunch quickly before the film. Nothing too shabby. Scampi and chips. Very Yorkshire of me. I've actually climbed the Whitby Abbey, 199 steps. Commonly known as Dracula country, as that was where he settled. But yeah, pretty average day here weather-wise. Just waiting to see the new Scream film. Very excited for that after the last two. Didn't like the fourth one, but hopefully I go back to the roots a little bit, as they did with the previous few. Still think the first three are the best ones, but what can you do? Hanging out with my best mate from Manchester in a bit. I should be here in another 20 minutes. Highlight of the week for me, ultimately. Oh shit, I forgot to bring my job application for him to fill in. Okay. I don't know what to do now. It was meant to be bringing my job application for him to fill in especially, but I've just gone and left it at home. What am I like? Need to remember what's important instead of worrying all the time. We all do it, you know. But yeah, definitely looking forward to checking out Leeds Stadium. Hopefully I can do the whole tour, as it would be awesome to check out the tour. Long time Leeds United fan. should be wicked. Wicked to check the stadium out in full. Quite quiet here in Norwich today, actually, compared to usual. I really wish we could stay longer up in Yorkshire, as I would like to see Harrogate and York again. Like, so many fucking nice places in Yorkshire. Ripon. Love to see. Still my favourite county as far as the UK's concerned. I used to have some amazing camping trips back when I lived in Yorkshire, up at Dolby Forest, Yorkshire Dales. There really is no county quite like it. Yeah, Scrubs has just came back. You know, the doctor comedy from the United States. We'll be checking that out later. But yeah, I think the aim of this channel is to try and better myself. I mean, I'm a recovering alcoholic and I want to better myself. I feel like since I stopped drinking, my life's just stayed the same, you know. I want something more out of life instead of just staying stagnant all the time, you know. And ever since I quit drinking, I just feel like I'm stuck in the same place. You know, nothing new's happening. I want to get outside that. Find something beyond the mediocre. I just felt stagnant ever since getting sober. You know, I want something beyond that. You know, I want to make my name in Canada when I live there, when I move there. You know. And I want to make my family proud. Because I've never really accomplished anything in life, and I just feel like I'm behind in everything, you know. I need something more to my life, you know. There has to be something more. And I want to find that something, you know. Find my purpose. Because I never really had one. Beyond just geeking out over shit, playing games, I've never really had a life. You know, I need to find something beyond what works for me. Without purpose in life, what's the point? That's what I've come to realise. I'm just going around in circles, and if you've got too much time in your hands, you just end up doing dumb shit, drinking and hanging about with idiots. I'm not judging them for what they do, I'm just saying. You need to drive in this world, you know? And I'm done with the mediocre. I really am. So hopefully I can find something beyond just, you know, pissing away my days, because that's ultimately what I'm doing. As I said, ever since I got sober, I'm just doing the same shit every day, and once I grow my following, I definitely need to take my life to the next level. As I said, make my name in Canada and try and find a purpose, because I can't stay like this for the rest of my life, just doing the same shit every single day, you know, in and out of Weatherspoons, you know, blazing around gaming. I mean, I guess it's alright for a bit, but there's only so many times you can replay Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, even though it's the best game ever, in my opinion. There's so many times you can replay it. As I've also said on the channel, on my live stream quite recently, a couple of months ago, Tony Hawk's is my hero. Tony Hawk, sorry. Tony Hawk's is the game, but Tony Hawk is my hero, and I'd give my right arm to me and tell him how inspirational those games were, because for a lot of the shit I went through when I was younger, those games were always there. With Tony Hawk's, Pro Skater 2, 3 and 4 being my favourite games of all time. And yeah, I've always loved Tony Hawk. Maybe skating's my drive. You know, maybe that's what I need to look into. Because those games meant more to me than anything. Tony Hawk games. Than anything. And no one ever quite, I don't know, I never knew anyone growing up. There was always COD and Battlefield and all that growing up. So I grew up, you know, throughout the 2000s to the 2010s, and it was always COD, Battlefield, Assassin's Creed. And yeah, Tony Hawk was always my hero. He always has been. Yeah, I've definitely thought about moving back to Yorkshire or potentially Canada. I don't know. But the main thing is a drive. That's what I need, a drive to keep me going and move me forward, because, you know, I'm sure we've all felt it. You know, I don't want to feel sorry for myself anymore, because we all feel this way at some point. Like, we're just stuck, you know, like, and in a way, we're the ones holding us back. I get that, you know. The only person holding us back is you know, figuratively, and I get that. But when you feel this stuck, it's hard to truly. You need a drive in this world. It's hard. I want to chat to Eddie about this, my friend, in a bit, because I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm not gonna go through life feeling sorry for myself, you know. And because I've noticed, the more stagnant my life's got, the more people started respecting me again a couple of years ago, and I started getting my life on track. And just when I stopped drinking, but since I've stopped drinking, my life's just stayed the same. I just feel like I'm treading over the same ground, and it's like people start sort of feeling sorry for me or like disrespecting me. They're just like snappy, and you know, I get it. You know, I brought it on myself, but I need to snap out of that, you know, because I don't want people feeling sorry for me. I really don't. I need a drive. And this ain't no fucking, you know, sympathy post. I'm not after sympathy. I'm just here to tell the truth. You know, I used to be that sort of fucker who just moans about everything. I'm not fucking doing that shit anymore. You know, I brought things on myself. You know, if you want your life to stay mediocre, well, you know, just do nothing. You know, that's what I mean. I'm not going to stay in that. You know. Not good. The thing is, as well, I think when we're younger, or at least I speak for myself, we think we need other people. I can't speak for all of us, but I've always struggled with confidence. So I thought I needed other people, like, to, you know, truly do something. Like, I needed loads of friends, I needed a girlfriend. You don't need anything, you know. Ultimately, it lays on us. You know, as they say, that, you know, you can lay a horse to water, but, you know, how far? Yeah, we need a purpose in this world, we all do. And you know what? Part of the reason why I did this post today is I kind of miss these sort of videos on YouTube, like in the early days. So I grew up in the 2000s. I remember when there used to be a lot of these videos on self-improvement, and just quite how unreal YouTube's got. You know, I miss the simplicity of it, and that's what I'm trying to bring back in these videos. You know, and I know there's going to be trolls along the way, but you know, I've learned to embrace that. You know, think, what are people trying to say? Because not all criticism is bad criticism. You know, it really isn't. And I think most people have got your best interests. You know, I don't think like most people set out to be bad. I really don't. It may seem that way sometimes, but yeah, just feeling a bit stuck at the minute. As I said, you know, not feeling sorry for myself, I'm just saying. But hopefully we can grow together with this channel, for all you subscribes. And I appreciate everyone that's subbed as well. And yeah, as I said, Yorkshire trip in a couple of weeks. Going to be doing some live streams up there, and just taking it day by day at the minute. You know, I think the problem is nowadays life's so fast paced. You know, and we think we have to just go along with it, and fucking, you know, everything's just so in your face. And I'm trying to take that step back, but then if you take it back too far, you kind of lose yourself and become lazy, and that's kind of what I've done. So I need to find that balance. You know, I don't want to get like right in and fucking overwhelm myself again, but you know, I can't keep fucking going on like this. So I'm having people, I mean, just now the lady come over, she's like, she's feeling sorry for me, and that's not what I need. That's not what I need. I want people feeling sorry for me, you know. Anyways, thanks all for the few people that joined in. And yeah, as I said, we'll grow together. Mental health is real. That's the problem nowadays. No one talks about their mental health, and that's the fucking thing that gets me. Like, I just bottle it in, pretend. I just feel like I'm surviving all the time. But as I said, that's what these streams are for, and hopefully I can, you know, get on with the rest of my life as well. Because, as I said, ultimately, I don't want people feeling sorry for me, because, you know, it's down to us what we do and what we put into this life. Anyways, I've been Jack. Thank you all for watching. Until next time.